Ever since his creation in the 1930s, fans have been wondering how Superman keeps his Clark Kent persona a secret from the public when the most he appears to do is put on a pair of glasses and change his hairstyle. But what if I told you that this is secretly brilliant and it really makes it easy to maintain a secret identity? First, I'd like to touch on one of my favorite reasons why, and that is Superman had the power of hypnotism back in the Silver Age. His glasses played a huge part into this, seeing as they let him control and utilize the power of hypnotism to sort of manipulate how people see Clark Kent until he eventually used that power to undo all of it and make it where nobody could be hypnotized again. But the most recent explanation is that Superman is just a really good actor. It's been said he took acting lessons as a young adult so that way he could further manipulate his two personas by acting totally differently. Clark Kent likes to words. He likes to slouch, and he's awkward and a klutz. But Superman is this calm and confident, strong man, and that's like a really big part of it. He even went as far as to take voice acting lessons, so he can change the pitch of his voice and also change the color of his eyes using his glasses. They changed the tint in the blue of his eyes. But also, there's another even bigger factor. Nobody thinks Superman has a secret identity. Seriously. Superman is basically akin to a god. He's handsome and strong and almost all-powerful. Why would he want to be just an average human? People don't expect that. He doesn't wear a mask. People think he's Superman 24/7. He's always there when they need him, unless he's busy doing something else. So they're like, oh, he doesn't have a secret identity. Superman is Superman. That's the bottom line. He's not always pretending to be some average, normal person who's just like us. He is always Superman to them. And here's the thing that sparked this. A friend recently asked me how it is that everyone in Metropolis can be so stupid when there are so many extremely intelligent supervillains like Lex Luthor and stuff like that. Here's the thing. We are the reader. We know way more than anyone else in the books do. We see the villain's thoughts. We see the thoughts of the civilians occasionally. We see everything, the good, the bad. We see the hero and we see who they are underneath. We know way more than the civilians do. We know Superman has a secret identity. We know Batman wears a mask so people won't know he's Bruce Wayne. We know this, but they don't. People in these stories, the civilian stuff like that, they believe these heroes are just heroes all the time. Most of them probably do have secret identities, and they're fine with that, but we go into the story knowing who they are, so we find it ridiculous when people don't immediately figure out who they really are underneath the costumes. Which, obviously we will, considering we see the stories, unless it's a story like Watchmen, where we find out with the rest of the people, because we didn't know who Rorschach was underneath until he was captured in that scene in the movie, or in that panel in the book where they rip off the mask, or his face. NerdSync actually recently did a video on that, right here. It came out today, I think. I had to reshoot this video like 3 times, because I left out information, and I started to ramble, like I'm doing now. Anyway, I just feel it's really important for us to know we know more than the characters do. Even when we follow characters like Batman and Superman, we are the silent watchers. We know everything. We are omnipotent in the story. We know, well, obviously we don't know anything. That'd take away the fun of, like, the Court of Owls story. But we know more than any character in the books do. We know it all. And that's what I think we need to understand.